Good morning. We're going to be working on shapes and parts in equal parts. Equal is an important word today. When we're talking about equal, it means it's the same. It's the same on both sides. So I'm going to have you look at some shapes. And my first one I want you to look at is this triangle. And all together it makes one triangle. And I cut it apart, and now there are two equal shapes. They're the same size. Let's look at this triangle up here. That's a triangle, just one little triangle, and I cut it apart. Are they equal? Are they the same on both sides? No. Okay, let's look at this square. I cut the square. First I cut it into two equal parts, and it would be equal except for it's moving around a lot. And then I cut it into four equal parts. All four are the same size, so they're equal. Okay? Let's look at lesson 7. And the directions read, are the shapes divided into equal parts? Write Y for yes and N for no. If the shape has equal parts, write how many equal parts on the line. The first one is done for you. So they had a square, they cut it in two, and there's two parts. Does it look equal? It looks to me like they're both equal, so I say yes, and then there's 1, 2. So letter B, it's a circle. Is that the same on both sides? Oh no. So we're going to put it in for no, and we're not going to write how many shapes, how many parts there are, because there's no equal parts. Let's look at C. Oh, that looks like the triangle I made, huh? It's not equal. So we're going to put an in for no, and we're not going to count them because they're not equal. This is a rectangle. Does it look like each part they cut it into is equal? Yes. So we'll put a Y for yes, and how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And put a 4 on the line. The next one is a circle. That looks like both sides are the same, so that would be equal. We're going to put a Y for equal and count the parts. 1, 2. Okay. Another circle. Are each of those parts equal? No. So we'll put an in for no, and we don't count the parts. This circle, they divided it in half and then in half again. Are each of those parts equal? Yes. Good job. So we'll put a Y for yes and count the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one, letter H, is a square, and they put a line right down the middle. Does it look like both parts are equal? So you write the answer on the line. What should it be? A Y for yes. And how many parts are there? Good, 2. A hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides and one line. Are these two parts of this hexagon equal? No. So we're going to write an in on the line, and we're not going to count the parts. A square in two parts. Good job. Yes, it is equal. And there's 2. I'm not sure what shape this is, but are both parts of this shape equal? Good. So we're going to write a Y for equal, for yes. And count how many parts? There's 2. Good. Are each of these little triangles equal? When they divided this shape, did they make them all the same? Good. So what do you write on the line? A Y for yes, and count the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The letter M, they divided it right in the middle. Do both sides look the same? Yes. Good, so we're going to put a Y for equal for yes, because both sides are the same, and there's 1, 2. Okay. Are both sides of this letter F equal? Are they the same? No, so we're going to put an N for no and leave that part blank. The letter D. They cut it kind of in the middle. So are both sides of this line equal? Do they look the same? I mean, what if I turned it this way and it didn't look so much like a D? I think both sides are equal. So I'm going to put a Y for yes and count 1, 2 parts of that D. Okay? Turn your paper over. Number 2, all we have to do is write the number of equal parts in each shape. So this is pretty quick, huh? A says 1, 2. There's 2 equal parts. We'll put a 2 on the line. B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put a 4 on the line. C is 1, 2. So we'll put a 2 on the line. D is 1, 2. Let's put a 2 on the line. E is 1, 2. And we'll put a 2 on the line. And F is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put a 4 on the line. Number 3 says, draw one line to make this triangle into 2 equal triangles. Remember my triangle? And my line was right in the middle, and now there are 2 equal triangles. This triangle, I put it kind of funky, and those are not 2 equal parts. So I think the best thing to do would just be to draw a straight line down the middle. And now that side looks like that side. Number 4 says, draw one line to make the square into 2 equal parts. Excuse me. So here's my squares. And I first cut it into 2 equal parts. I just drew a line right down the middle. And now I have 2 equal parts. Draw 2 lines to make this square into 4 equal parts. So do I draw a line down the middle and then a line through the other side through the middle? Both ways, that'll make 4 equal parts, right? So if I draw a line down the middle and across, let's make sure I got it right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 equal parts, like they said. For your homework part today, you do the same thing that we did earlier. Let's do B together. It says, are the shapes divided into equal parts? And it's the letter M again, and it looks the same on both sides, so we could write Y, and then there's 1, 2 parts. And then they gave us the letter Y. Are those look the same? No, so we're just gonna put a no on it. This circle, does it look like there's 2 equal parts? Do both sides of that circle look the same? No, okay. Let's turn it over and see if there's anything tricky on the back. Nope, you just more of the same. All right, guys, have a good morning.